Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Ian with Out of This World Reader, and I recently saw David's book reviews kind of do this anti-TBR book tag, and I thought it'd be pretty fun to do because I absolutely hate kind of talking crap about books, so I thought this would be pretty hard and a challenge for me. This is a pretty popular tag, I believe. I think a lot of booktubers did it last year, and since I joined in January, I felt like I wanted to do it as well, just for the challenge. Like I mentioned, David's book review kind of challenged me to do this as well. So I'm just going to jump right into these questions, even though they're going to be tough. Also, I want to apologize if you hear a lot of wind. All of a sudden, as soon as I pulled out the camera and started filming, the wind just picked up, and now we got like 40-mile-per-hour winds, so if you hear that, I apologize for that. Question number 1 is a popular book that everyone's read, but you have no desire to read. I haven't heard if this book is popular or not, but that is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. I read Ready Player 1, and it is one of my favorite sci-fi books of all time. And I just felt like it didn't need a sequel at all. And I don't know if people have liked this sequel or not. I haven't really heard anything about it, so if you know anything, if it's good or not, please let me know. I might just get to it anyway, but as of right now, like, I have no desire to pick it up. I just felt like Ready Player 2 just ended perfectly, and there was no need for this to kind of drag on. So if you've read it and you've enjoyed it, let me know, because if it is good, I would like to get to it, but just based on how Ready Player 1 ended, I just probably will never get to it. Question number 2 is a classic book or author that you have no interest in reading. And I've got 2 books on here, and the first one is going to be Moby Dick, and that is mostly because I have no interest in reading it. I mean, I like the ocean and everything, and the animals and all that are living in it, but one day I would like to kind of sail the world, and the fact that this giant whale is out here destroying ships, I think I'm worried that it might scare me away from that dream. And then that other book is War and Peace, and that is mostly because it is absolutely enormous. So maybe I'll read it, like check it out as an audiobook, but from what I've heard, it's very dry, but very emotional and packs a punch. But it's just spread out, and so maybe that's why I'll consider it as an audiobook. If you read it and you think I should, let me know. Question number 3 is an author whose books you have no interest in reading. Now this one is up for debate, so please change my mind if you think I should, and that is, the author is Stephenie Meyer with the Twilight series. I mean, I like werewolves and vampires and all that fantasy stuff, but for some reason, after watching parts of the first movie, like, I was just turned off by the books, and I don't know why, but I just, ever since seeing that, like, little bits of that movie, I was like, I'm never picking up those books ever. So if you've read them and you think they're pretty enjoyable, because I mean, I like a good time, and I like werewolves and vampires, everything, all that. So if you think it's worth my time, please let me know, because there's a lot of hype surrounding them. Question number 4 is a problematic author that you have no interest in reading. This one I'm not sure if it's true or not, but from what I've heard from some other of my friends, James Patterson is kind of hired on some kind of co-workers or co-writers, and basically kind of stolen their works and kind of turned them into his own. So if that is true, after finding that out, like, I haven't read a single book of his, but if it's not true, please let me know, because I always just hate kind of being that way. But if he's kind of stealing works of other people, it's pretty shitty of him to do that, and I just don't want to support him if he's kind of taking other people's ideas and spinning them and making them his own. So if you know where I can find some info on if it's true or not, to kind of uncover the truth, Please let me know in the comments below. Question number 5 is an author that you've read a couple books from and decided that they're not for you. Now this author is essentially on their last leg. They're 2-2 right now, and that is Ruth Ware. I really like The Woman in Cabin 10 and The Turn of the Key, but in a dark, dark wood, and one by one they were not my favorites. So hoping to get to The Death of Miss Westoy soon. I've heard that's one of her better ones, but after if I don't like that, then I might not ever read from her again. I mean, I hate saying that about authors, but she's 2-2, and she's kind of let me down on those other books so much that I don't know if it can make up for those other two. Question number 6 is a genre that you have no interest in or tried to get into, but it didn't click. That genre being romance. I haven't really read much from romance or anything. I'm very unexperienced when it comes to that genre, so it's definitely one that I just haven't picked up for some reason, and I'm hoping to in the future. So if you know any good places to start with, please let me know. All the ones that I've kind of started with trying to get into just didn't click with me, and for some reason that just led me to never pick up them or not pick them up as much. And there's been so many recently that just come out that kind of intrigued me, but I'm just worried that they'll be like those other ones that I picked up. So if you know, got some good recommendations, please let me know. Question number 7 is a book you bought but you will probably never read. And for that, I got this big old chunker right here, Fall of Giants. And the reason I probably will never read it is because it is almost, let's see here, 1,000 pages. And I know I read kind of some of Brandon Sanderson works, which are large as well, but I don't know what it is about this, but I don't particularly want to get to it anytime soon. Maybe I can try an audio version of it, but I think for right now it's just gonna sit on my shelf over here and kind of chill out. I can't even remember like my reasoning behind buying it, to be honest. I think it was probably just on sale and I saw something on kind of social media or something, someone talking about it, and I was like, you know what, I need that, and I bought it, and it's been sitting there ever since. Question number 8 is a series that you have no interest in or have tried and DNF'd. For that, I've got to go with the Twilight series. Those movies, man, they just ruined it for me. I never watch movies, never. But like I mentioned, vampires, werewolves, some fantasy, you put it all together and it sounds like something that would be up my alley. But then movies, they just ruined it. I don't know what it was, if maybe I was just like that kind of youngin' that kind of was just, I ain't watching that stuff. Or I don't know what the reasoning is, so I might try them soon, maybe. I don't know. Question number 9, and the final question, is a new release that you have no interest in reading. And for that, I'm gonna have to say The X-Talk by Rachel Lee Solomon. And I believe like the reason behind this is just because I don't get into romance at all. But for some reason, like this one does not interest me at all. Like the fact that these people are kind of talking about some of their problems, or so, I don't know what the premise is behind it, but on a radio station, especially like where I work, like in the mornings they always play those talk shows, and they are god awful. They're terrible, and I think that's part of the reason why I don't want to get to it. Other than that, I can't think of any other releases that I really don't want to get into. Those are all the questions. Please let me know any of your thoughts on any of these books. Convince me to read Twilight down in the comments. But please go easy on the hate. If I try to not talk crap about books, but I just felt like I had to do this because it would challenge me a little bit. So please take it easy on me. I'm a rookie out here. I'll make sure to leave some links to some other videos that I recommend you check out. If you want to connect with me on social media, I'll make sure to leave those down below as well. And as Ellie always says, adventure is out there. So I'm going to catch you next time. Bye.